Hey, I hope we're all doing well. We are here. I felt guided to jump on some updates in terms of astrology, some channeling here. If it's your first time to the channel, or if you just recently followed and you're like, I'm here for the tarot readings. What is this? Okay. We're here. It's still channeling. It's a reading, but it's astrology, and it kind of brings all. But I am Aries. Zoom isn't working on time. Wait, we still gotta go. We still gotta run. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's sort of on the spot. Channeling will say like when it's meant to be, it'll be. But I am Aries. I say it's like, okay, you can be an Aries. You can still tune in. You can still tune into the Astro chat live. Okay, there are messages here for everyone. And definitely, yes, I'm seeing here walking outside, someone it's like a blue, like a royal blue colored shirt with like a purple tinge to it. Now, anyways, so this is a channeled space, and I'm working obviously with the Galactic Light Council, and this is a Pleiadian message. So if you're curious, right, we're not just talking about energy. We're not just talking, we're talking about star seed, right? Okay, sort of transmissions here, because you are one. You are star seed. So we're working with different, sort of conversations, I guess we can say, and especially on this channel. So sometimes we'll get into astrology, but again, not just astrology, but messages from the guides when it comes to the Light Body Council for matters of also light work, like literally, like ascension, because we're here on a mission. We're not, it's not random what we're so-called doing here. Hello and welcome. So what I wanted to bring up here today, I was getting the messages here specifically regarding Mercury, and this is going to get very interesting, guys. Because first of all, Mercury, when any planet turns to about 29 degrees or the later degrees, it's going to be intense, right? This is when the energy is turning a page. Now, it was interesting, a few days ago, we had Mercury square, I believe, the nodes. And Mercury rules Gemini. It rules Virgo naturally in the zodiac wheel, the sixth house, the third house, and we just turned a page massively with that conversation, right? Of Mercury in some kind of alignment with the nodes, and we just actually posted that video on the main channel page this morning. I recorded that. It was actually supposed to post yesterday. It was part 2, actually part 1. Yeah, it was the first video, and then it ended up premiering it. So meant to be, whatever it is, so be it. Yeah, it's meant to be. But that was specifically talking about the nodes. That was specifically talking about. I don't think we talked about it literally, but we touched upon it. Okay, Mercury with the nodes. So Mercury, though, is still in Aquarius, and it was retrograde. It was post-shadow. It was, for a period of time, it was in pre-shadow, retro, and post-shadow, and then it cleared, and that was in February. So here we are in March. Now, for those who've been following the channel, and we've been talking on Astro, this is a heavy cycle of clearing. Okay, and what's going on here is we're clearing contracts, and your guides are coming in, and they're doing a lot of work here behind the scenes to get you to the next level when it comes to your storyline, okay? And some conversations just don't serve any longer. It is what it is, and you've made decisions here that speak to your perspective when it comes to collective ascension and the collective consciousness space. Where do you want to be in that? I'm hearing in that storyline, but also I'm hearing situation. So there may be some sort of event that comes up, and yes, absolutely, and we've all sort of so-called, we'll say, I'm hearing bid and reserved our seats. So, there's no real like changing or shifting the mantra. I hear it like this, and for so-called better, for so-called worse, although there's no negative or positive, really, even neutral. It's all meant to be what has gone down, we'll say. So, in the way of saying, let's say that you said, well, I don't want to deal with any more karma from Carl, okay, and his baggage is just going in the rotunda at baggage claim is just officially not mine, and I will not be claiming that for him. Okay, I'm hearing it like this, and I made that decision. Okay, so that was me with me. You made a point of that. I'm hearing with your tribe. I hear that as well. Interesting. Take it as you will. Obviously, it can also be a past life energies, and it always sort of overlapping in some way. And yeah, and so I moved on. I'm hearing that I moved on. I took that flight, baby. I'm in the air. I'm suspended. I'm hearing 100, however many. I'm hearing years. I'm hearing years. Let's clear ahead of myself. And obviously, this is a metaphor, you guys, but always take it as you will. And Carl's calling me from the terminal, from the back, right, from the terminal. I'm hearing Persephone. I'm hearing Fiona as well. Fiona, hey, no, yeah, I mean you recognize my voice. It's me, Carl. It's like, so Carl, why are you calling me? What I mean, what? Why didn't know all my questions? Why did we do it back there? Why didn't we just get it all squared away, hashed out when we were both on the same page? Okay, enough to be able to make the decision unanimously. So, do they look back and feel bad? Now, it's not meant to be, right? Let's say, a space of regret, of nostalgia. Okay, for the sake of. This is a decision that they've made as well, and in a way, though, right? That's part of the karma, is to feel it like she really left me. Okay, like she's really not taking on my karma. Oh, she's not. So, this is a metaphor, obviously. This is a metaphor. What is, take it as you will. Right, we all have, yeah, all, yeah, polarities. But beyond that, for some of you, you just said, I don't want to get even into the discussion. I'm not here anymore for that. I'm not receptive to that. And you moved on, okay? And so people will be, in other words, observing you. In the new sort of pace that you take on in your life. Okay, people are aware of you. I hear that. Even if, and when we talk about such things as so-called fame or, having an audience, okay, we all do. And I always say this. It's not at all. It's not like, oh, you have to be on, like, Dateline News. It's like, or you have to be on, the gram or no. It's all energy, right? Everyone has a space where they hold absolutely right influence, and if we really get down to it, we all affect one another. So we all let's say we have an impact on each other. We all have an impact on one. It's never, one on to the next is what I'm hearing. So there's another side of the story as well when it comes to what you do, and it's not random. So know that also, right? You are here encouraging others to live their truth, and that's your mission. This is what I'm hearing, but you always take it as you will. And anyone who is kind of like saying otherwise, I mean, especially if somebody's trying to come in and say, but wait, like Fiona, we used to have mimosas, you remember? Girlfriend? Hey, okay, they're gonna be triggered. You're changing their world. You're changing what their meaning is, and that's the point. So there's no like remorse to be had. There's no moment where it's like, but like I could have done more for like Frederick, and he could have like maybe fried my fish a little heavier, and maybe we could have had a better date going last night. I'm hearing that. It's like no, there's none of that. I'm hearing it like this. There's nothing that could have been done. I'm saying it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. Let's clear it. I'm seeing red and blue right here. It's like the reflection in the window. And it's very, very interesting. So hold on a second, guys. I'm going to zoom really quickly. But to preserve privacy, I'm going to zoom into the very fibers, into this blanket. I'm seeing the school bus here. You see that? Those two little red and blue? It's like they're these little poles. So might be a message. Okay, maybe a message. Let's clear it. And, for some of you, like, you had to make the decision. There's a truck going by. It says culture of sustainability or something like this. No, the point is, if someone is trying to debate, I'm hearing also your good luck. I'm hearing mold with you. I don't know what that's about. Oh boy. Okay, for some of you, I'm seeing it's a truck going. It says Leonard Paper Company. And I'm seeing a guy walking with a cup of coffee. I'm seeing a leather-bound notebook here. It's like, you are here on a mission. You know who you are. You know what you're here for. No one is going to tell you why you're here. I'm hearing that as well. What your mission is. Maybe I'm seeing another school bus here. Maybe for some of you, you even have like a mentor or guide, or you have, and it isn't, we're not talking age, we're not talking, but I am like Harold, and I am so capable of so many things, like so many filler words. Get down to it. The vibration. I'm not really feeling it with you. So we got to get to the next step and stage here. Where people are operating from ego, you will probably also very quickly find, as a light worker, that you're not drawn to that. You want none of that, if we're honest. And they will be in a vibe. Okay, they will be in a moment of feeling like, but why don't you even want to talk to me? But so let's clear as light workers, you are drawn and magnetized to where you need to go to. Hence, usually, but always take as you will, you always have to have balance there. This is a general video. This is a video for entertainment purposes only. You got to talk to your first practitioner. Make sure that you're balanced mind, body, soul when you're making decisions, especially life-altering, life-changing decisions. But in a general sense, as a light worker, you operate on a different frequency plane. You're at a very high vibration, okay? And it's not about better or worse, but yeah, compared to other people, most people on planet Earth, you're operating at another wavelength. So you're feeling things. You're not just seeing and like, looking at like Jimmy Bomb Jones. Jimmy Bomb, Jimmy G. I mean, he calls himself the bomb. Whatever it is, let's clear it. Yeah, Jimmy or Jiggity Jim Bones. I don't know. Let's clear. Maybe he even changes his name every so often. It's like I don't understand what is his I'm hearing his sensation palette. I'm hearing preluding to. I don't know. Anyways, okay, like yeah, I'm hearing his I'm hearing his CV. Yeah, no, you guys, for some of you, someone is possibly even being fake with you, okay? They're being fake with you, and you realized it. It's like, you're totally not turned on by the way someone else makes decisions. You just don't have respect for whatever it is. No, it's like, I don't care if he's written on his resume, I'm hearing that he's an acorn hunter. What is that? Let's clear, wait, what? Hold on. Well, it is what it is. But it is, yeah, no, I mean, no, yeah. So it doesn't matter. Listen, I don't care. Like, so if you're just very turned off by something, even maybe you started to realize that something is a turn off, and you're not feeling hot about it anymore. Okay, so Spirit is saying like, also obviously trust your hunch. As someone who is very sensitive to energy, you're picking up again on the wavelengths. Like you see Jimmy John Jones beyond his resume. You really kind of feel it. Okay, even before you see it, if we're quite honest, it's like, I feel like can like, yeah, kind of, see him typing in his CV right now, things that are not true. I mean, that as well. Oh my God. So trust, your take on people's character, absolutely. But anyways, we lost our thought with that. So it is what it is, and if something is just not also like happening, like just let it go, because it's a matter of the vibration. And when it gets draining for a light worker, is when you try to make it work. Why? Because you operate mostly on an energy plane, primarily, okay, on a frequency wavelength space. So for you, it's energy. You're not trying to do anything. You're letting things happen and manifest. The issue, yeah, let's clear the energy factor. You got a lot of people as well who are jealous of you. Oh, I'm hearing that. Let's clear it. But it doesn't matter. It's not about what it is. It's about where they're willing to be at in their own life, and they're realizing that I can't, like, happen. I'm hearing that, that doesn't make sense. They're here to make it happen, right? Everyone here has the opportunity to raise their consciousness. So it's never... Jealousy is just feeling kind of like they don't have the muscles. It's like everybody has the muscles. Get going now. Okay. Yeah, and so, but it's important for you to know when it's time to release people who are releasing people in energy frequencies and conversations and storylines that are not in the light, that are not empowered, that are not in the light for yourself or others. Where you come out and you're like, listen, you're not even operating in your light frequency space. So, yeah. One thing is, like, if they're hopefully, not, but if they're putting you down, if they're trying to change your, whatever it is, or themselves, okay, putting themselves down, self-defeating energies and victimization, victimhood, we don't have time for that. So, now, let's clear it in the third eye. Now, if someone is so-called jealous, that's a great indicator of where they're at vibrationally. No, jealousy is a very low vibration. So, when you are in ascension mode and you are focused on that, you don't have the frequency bandwidth at all to be jealous. You can't have those two frequencies simultaneous. So in order to flip, right, you have to release the denser frequencies of the root chakra. Okay, yes. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, that's going to be very hard to ascend. So that, if you're dealing with someone like that, just know it's an energy thing, and honestly hold light for them. But do not necessarily, okay, try and do things for them. I'm hearing that to make them feel better. It's not on you. Okay, so that's a very big message. Now let's clear. Yeah, so this is karmic. I'm hearing Damascus here. This is karmic. I'm hearing old flame. Let's clear it. Some of you will be hearing back from people. Who miss you? Miss you, Charlotte. It's like, okay. Okay, yeah. Well, you know, I'm hearing Shapiro here, take as you will. Shapiro. I'm hearing ole. I'm hearing that. Ole. Maybe it's a message. No, right. So what we're saying that it's not up to you. It's not up to you, definitely. And some of you've decided that you don't want to interact in general with you know, and you have the right to that. Okay, and let people figure it out, right? Because yes, you will not understand it necessarily for them either, and it's going to be a huge waste of your time. And yeah, to try and like understand like and help Jimmy John Jones with like his luggage at the baggage claim, and you know, at a certain point you're just like, this is a joke. This is just like, it's not meant for you. I'm hearing that to make it work. And so where other people are trying to like, let's clear it in the throat chakra, where some people will say who are operating a lower frequency bandwidth space are trying to understand the talk, and that it's just the yeah okay, like this is not the frequency of true love as well for self, knowing that what is meant to be will be, and letting things be. I'm hearing it like in this way. So now, why are we talking about this? It's very interesting. Let's clear it on the back. We're bringing this forward. We're talking on the concept of especially communication and the rapport that we hold with others, where we are interacting, because one thing is to hold a vibration and another is to sort of go back and forth, right, in an integrative sense with those around you. And so I'm seeing a huge crow here, you know, flying by. I think you guys hear it even? It was like, it's like flying by. Yeah. Okay, it's gone. But yeah, no need to continue now. Go on with the message. All right. So, but yeah, no, this is a message, guys. This is something karmic, something coming back from the past, and maybe someone wants to talk again. Okay. Yeah. So I'm hearing for Alicia. Hey, it's like he's wondering why you left him. Kind of like I'm hearing at the owners guild message. I don't know. You know. Okay. So we're talking about Mercury. Mercury. Yeah, so this is why we're bringing this up, because Mercury is about communication. It's about that dialogue space. Us with ourselves, right, with our mind, rules of mind, air energy, but also how we are going back and forth with others. It's a social energy. Gemini, Virgo energy can also be, yeah, Mercury. But there are moments where we say it serves to hold back and to refrain and not have to, right, refrain from having to describe what I do. I'm hearing as well for a living. I don't know what that's going to. Some of you, this is a very critical message. Let's go. Yeah, for some of you, you don't want to, for some of you, I'm here, you don't want to be mean. Maybe you feel like, some of you, well, this is a broader conversation. It's not just the conversation. This is obviously, you know, this transit, it operates within the spectrum of other transits, and we're obviously moving through more than just Mercury. We're moving through huge shifts karmically. We've been talking about this. You've moved out, for some of you. You moved out of a certain storyline. Maybe literally. There's a physical move. There's a physical, even with your body. Some of you I know that this has been a big theme, detoxification. A lot of light workers have been feeling guided, yeah. But anyways, so you've made a life change. Now, maybe the question is how far do you go with expressing that to others, like where you need to have a space of understanding, but no, you don't. You do not need anyone to understand what you do. I'm hearing for a living though for some of you again. So, interesting. So, you guys, I'm gonna get in the chat. So, what is this about? Feel free to share. Okay, because I feel like, you know, let's clear out something, yeah. I'm gonna get into the chat right now. Good morning, everyone. Hello. Hi. Hi, guys. Hey. New Zealand? Interesting. A lot of people from New Zealand who watch the channel. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Now, with Mercury, which is going to go into Pisces real soon. Mercury will go into, yeah, let's clear into the throat chakra. Some of you don't want to have a conversation. I see this very clearly. You do not, we want to avoid the conversation, actually. You want to close it down. For some of you, your guides are also possibly, you feel like it's just not the best thing. For some of you, this is actually a huge speech. This is what I'm getting. But for some of you, this is more just like I even see someone printing some kind of business cards. I don't know. I feel some of you are it could be a metaphor. It's like, I think I want to just kind of actually keep this for myself. Like, I don't want to have a huge public conference about I'm hearing Carl and why he's like bad for my health. I hear that. Oh. Yeah, I'm seeing a tennis ball here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, divine holistic medicine. Yeah, and, honestly, it says work without limits on the bus. Yeah, maybe for some of you, you're just not, you want to be in a headspace. Sometimes it's like, well, Carl's needing to understand what I do for a living. It's like, well, no, he doesn't need that, though, and you don't need to be in the, it could be a metaphor. It's like, I don't want to feel like I need to define. Carl could be an aspect of your own consciousness. Even if we do meet a Carl, right, in 3D, it's like, that's always a reflection of some aspects of you, right? Otherwise, we want to be meeting Carl in 3D. So it's all reflective. That's why we have to take responsibility for our lessons, so-called, our experiences, the contracts, soul contracts. So it's never like Carl is like bad, I'm seeing a yellow truck going by. It's never that it's just Carl. So we all are sort of, right, we're calling experiences in some way. But, do you want to be open-minded about your career? I hear that. And maybe this is even, like, your manager. He's, like, trying to get you to, like, write out your... No. I feel like you don't want to... And especially as Mercury goes into Pisces. As Mercury's in the later degrees of Aquarius, there could be a controlling energy, actually, interestingly. Which is it can be the shadow of Aquarius. Aquarius is actually a fixed air sign. The shadow of Aquarius, and when we do get into the later degrees of any sign, we can really get into the shadow of that sign. Not just us, but like people in general. I always say, like, kind of just maybe you want to be aware when we do have a later stage or degree planetary placement, just because it gets heavy and it gets intense, and I don't want to say most, but yeah, unless someone is very self-aware and interested in energy, everyone can get triggered, guys. And this is part of the life lessons, conversation space. So, but, a lot of people can feel very triggered around, I'm hearing the full moon, and when the planets do ascend into later degrees, it is kind of like the full moon moment for that planet, and that energy, that sign, and that sign. So, it's clear in the throat chakra. It's clear. I'm seeing a corgi. He's walking like really slowly. Take it as you will. He's on his morning walk. So let's clear the energy again. Yeah. So Aquarius, fixed Aquarius in the shadow, can be actually interestingly controlling. Even though, I know, but it's ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is about being open-minded. Okay, it is, but in shadow, it can flip. Right? So the inversion point to that, can be, needing to control with information, with feeling like also like, for example, like I'm sure we've all met people who, they're so avant-garde and they're so like, unique and different and quirky and eccentric that it's like they're kind of like they're judgmental, even, interestingly enough, like where it's like, oh, you don't wear like Birkenstocks? Oh, okay. I can't. Okay, let's do something like that. Oh, like, you're not a vegan. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, I just, like, I can't hang out with you. Okay, can be. And we're not just talking, like, just Aquarians. We're talking any. Let's get down to it. You could be a Sun sign Leo. You can have 5 planets in Aquarius. Okay, yeah. So, we're not talking just, like, Aquarius, Sun sign, and we're not. Everyone has Aquarius, right? So, I just hear people like, hey, why are you, like, being mean to, like, Aquarians? I'm not being mean to Aquarians. I'm actually an Aquarius and Sun sign. Vedic, yeah. Interestingly, a Pisces in Western. But anywho, getting back to it, yeah, it's like, it could be that snooty, even kind of energy, like, oh, yeah, I got the knowledge, like, I know. It's like, it's like, no, I don't know. I need to figure it out for myself. I need to intuit for myself. I'm not here for the information on what's true and what is just so, like, right, and that is very interesting once we get into Pisces with Mercury. Ooh, boy, that's when we step to the next stage, and the platform has been I'm hearing set, and I see like a platform rising here. It's like I see it's taking a step. So yeah, and people who, let me tell it like this, when people have, yeah, once we shift that, people are going to be, they're going to, well, yeah, spirit guys want to make a big point of this. It will be embarrassing. Let's say it like that. For whoever was thinking that they knew everything about everything, and okay, and yeah, I'm hearing Tonga. I'm hearing that so strongly. Like somebody, if I see somebody here, they're like an expert. I'm hearing volcanic geologist. It's like they're asserting like they know like everything. I just saw a car go by. On the back, it had a huge sticker. It said star. It's like someone was telling you who you are and like who you needed to be and like all that baloney. They had stats and figures and numbers and letters even at a certain point. It's clear. It's like, even if someone's trying to like sell you on something, it's like, oh god, it's so embarrassing. Like, how could you honestly? Yeah, it's a moment. Yeah. So let's go. So yeah, this is just in case, you know, some people, because I remember in Libra season, well, we're honest here. We got a channel, right? And so I'm a Sag moon, by the way. Got a lot of Pluto. If it's your first, I feel like we got some new viewers in here. Relatively new viewers. I got a lot of Pluto in my chart, a lot of Scorpio, a lot of Sag. I can't do the whole like, let's put makeup on it, all right? Just put it under the bra, right? Okay, cool. No, we'll just do it like that. Let's clear it. I can't do that, and I'm a channeler. I can't. This is it's like the news anchor changing the news just because it's like he knows people are gonna act, you know, have a certain feeling about, however, about what he's reporting on or what she's reporting on, what they're reporting on, what it is reporting on, you know. So this is just so we're not here for the mushy gushy, and if you're here for the mushy gushy, it's probably not the channel. Okay, yeah, because I remember it was during Libra season. It was very interesting, you know. People were getting very, like, well, someone in particular. Let's clear the energy. Let's clear it in the throat chakra. I think her name, whatever. We don't need to call it. Well, I think her name was Diana. Okay, love and life. If you're still watching the channel and if you haven't since, okay, shuffled out. Okay, shuffled on. Let's clear it in the throat chakra. Let's clear it in the third eye as well. Yeah, you know, people getting very butthurt. Okay, like, why are you being so mean to Libra, like, on our birthday? Well, we needed to transcend. Are you here for the birthday candles? Or are you here for the, I can do this. I want to be, yeah, getting in. So it's kind of like saying, like, oh, no, we're perfect. No, yeah, which is the exact shadow of Libra is, I don't see it. Do you? It's like, I saw it, okay? And I'm trying to help you point it out. It's like, you want to pretend like everything is good, like Libra doesn't have a shadow? Okay, so, like, let's clear the energy, yeah. Yeah, I remember she wrote a whole paragraph. Okay, it was a whole paragraph, like, yeah, it was like, scoffing. I can't believe that you're literally talking about Libra. It's like, we're not just talking about Libra, we're talking about all the zodiac signs, honey. It's all the zodiac signs. Okay, so, anyways, you know, people, this is why we're here. But definitely, if you're looking for that, like, you know, you want looking for a channel where on your birthday you want to feel like all the birthday candles are there and, you know, you're about to blow them out and so then this is, yeah, and it's about you and, you know, I'm hearing stealing the show and like all of that, aka like if your ego is definitely wearing a romper and you want to be, you know, role-playing here and you're not wanting to take the clothes off, then yeah, you want to strip it down and get real honest and naked and expressive with your higher self, it's clear, then it's not the channel for you, and that's just that. So if you're easily triggered, in other words, as well, then yeah, if you're very, very connected as well to your zodiac sign, and it is what it is. So, but yeah, as you know, this is, yeah, so what else, guys? Oh god, Nelly, you oh no. Nelly says bag, I'm driving. I think she said Nat. She meant Nat, right? Okay. And I can't, no, the romper's looking like a bag. What is that? No, your ego don't have no style. Let's clear. Okay, no, we're gonna get honest. Okay, oh shoot. Listen, for a Libra, you just call my romper looking like a bag. It's called avant-garde. I don't care what it's called, okay? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a, yeah. Oh god. Yeah, no, we don't have time for that. It's like, I gotta tell you the truth. It's like, okay, fine. Yeah, I'm hearing your talk is, is awkward. I'm hearing that even. I don't know. Yeah. So, but that's the theme. And the lightworkers are here to push the envelope with what you feel is comfortable. Right? Right. Yeah, that's what it's about. Otherwise, we would never ascend. Like, imagine if Einstein were, like, in his shadow Libra energy. And he's not a Libra, by the way. Actually, he's a Pisces. His sun sign Pisces, Mercury and Pisces, could be a message, take as you will. Imagine if he just, like, you know, did never ever wanted to wear his hair like that. Who knows? Maybe his hair, like, you know, all curly and going off all in all directions. He's a channeler. Yeah. Hell yeah, he's a channeler. He is? I thought he was just a weird mathematician dude. No, he's a fucking channeler, bro. Yeah, he is. All right. So, let's clear it. Diana, you still in the room? Let's clear the energy around. Yeah. Don't be judging people. Judging people. For, no. It's like, you're gonna see. I'm hearing that. You're gonna, don't be judging people. Let's clear it, because that person, you may turn back. And you may see their true potential when it's a little too late, and when you want to start hanging out with Einstein and getting on his good side and all that. Okay, I mean, yeah, he's tooting his own horn. He doesn't need you. Okay, yeah, to press down on the. I'm hearing I can do it too button. I don't know what that's. Let's clear it. I feel like Einstein maybe had beef with someone at a certain point. Yes, I'm seeing someone running in bright ass neon purple. So take it on. Take it on. Maybe there's a message here. Maybe you want to read about Einstein. Maybe his story is inspiring to you in some way. But yeah, like maybe I'm seeing like there was someone who wanted to then like compete with him and get all salsa and chips and get real. Like, yeah, Einstein, like once he was like famous or whatever. I don't know. You take it as you will. But the point is that, yeah, it's about what's real, guys. And you definitely will have people turning back. Okay. And like we talked about this yesterday actually, wanting to get all up in, the hood of your trunk and car and see what the problem is and want to fix, wow, it's like, but you didn't give a hot damn back there for 30 seconds to make sure if I'm all right. Like, so yeah, this is going to come down the line though as well, possibly for some. Let's clear it. I'm hearing you don't need to prove your point. I'm hearing that. You don't need to prove why you feel a certain way. So, this just reminds me, like, people, they don't have to understand, where you're going to in your life for it to be real and focus on you. I'm hearing that. Definitely just keep, focus on you, and you let them think you're a weirdo. Let people think you are an absolute, obviously this is a general video. It's a general message. This is a video for entertainment purposes only. We got to say that. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, but definitely, yeah. So, but in a general sense, guys, like, you are on a mission, and it reminds me of the Indigo Children, but really going back to it, guys, like, take anyone in this lifetime, right? Anyone. If they were not, at some point in time, considered a little kooky, okay, we would not have been to the point we're at, right? With the progressions in society, and that's the higher spectrum of the Aquarius energy, hopefully. We'll be writing on that by and large, for the most part. But people will be thinking you're kooky, and that is the point. And that is the point. That's a good sign, actually. But this is a general video, right? You got to talk to your personal practitioner. All right, you want to be balanced, mind, body, soul. We got to say that. Yeah. So, but there's a reason for that, and usually you're on the right path with that, right? You're not here to feel like everyone gets you, and especially if you have a yod. Okay, in the birth chart. So, yeah, you absolutely have to think, let them think. And, it's funny, because, like, well, listen, I mean, this is not what you're doing it for, but they will come back. They will see it one day, for themselves. It's not like, oh, yeah, I knew. It's a unanimous energy space of consciousness of, we'll say so-called God, okay? Or however you associate with that, with a concept, or whatever that means to you. It's a living truth, and it's not about ego. And usually people will get into that when they're not accepting of where your third eye is taking you. That's when they got their ego a little too heavily wound up. And so, that's what it really comes down to. Like, yeah, and that's where people be like, let's clear them the third eye. Yeah. So I would just step away from people like that, but you always take it as you will. Yeah, a lot of people. But then they'll do their shadow work, and you may be triggering people's shadow work and that came through as well a few days back as a title of the chat. Because you don't realize to what level you are triggering someone's shadow. So, but that's hard. You know, being it's part of the soul contract though. Like, you know, you kind of like sacrifice the cozy sort of conversation with that person to help them do their shadow work and their their ascension. And so the key is to not just let's clear on the throat chakra, third eye. Throat chakra, third eye, back, So, in the third eye again, all the way up the crown chakra. Some of you have actually stepped completely out of a space where you would even be engaging with that individual, and that's part of the karma. So you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Ooh, let's clear it on the back, This is a lot of what came through yesterday. I see Saint Bernard here. It could be a particular message. I think that came through another video, actually. I'm hearing, like, let it go, let it be, and let people see it for themselves, right? Let people understand it for themselves, where they need to be at, and no one will ever explain why they need to be with you, or why they need to be in your life. Like, I'm seeing a guy, he's wearing, like, Louis Vuittons. It's like the bottom of the shoe is red, but it's not a heel. I mean, they could do well. He's wearing like a full suit. He's got his that could be a very good message for someone right there. So you'll never have to like decide. I'm hearing as well for another. So in other words, just keep moving on your path, guys. Mercury moving into Pisces will be making a lot of shit really clear. Things will be heavily exposed. We'll see you guys in the next readings. Keep focused, keep grounded. Let's clear it. Keep focused, keep grounded. Yeah, definitely don't get into the debatey energies. People want to, and focus on the feelings. How do things resonate, right? And how do they inspire you ultimately is the question. And I see someone like wanting to have a meeting with you. Again, guys, this is a channeled energy space. If it's like, you don't, no pressure, but this is definitely someone's message. I feel somebody here, let's say a capital M here. Let's clear it. Some of you, like, someone wants to have a meeting with you and they want it. For somebody it has to do with your business, I would just really keep it kind of, I'm hearing even karmic at a certain point, in the sense of saying, like, I'm going to leave it where it's at. Throat chakra right there. Some of you may not even pick up the phone call with someone. I hear that. You just don't even want to get into it. I'm seeing a girl running. She looked like she was wearing like a mailman kind of outfit. Mail it situation. They were wearing like those colors, dark blue and light blue, and she was running. So it's like, she doesn't look like she's delivering much mail there today. So you take it as you will. Like, she looked like she was jogging. She had the mail jacket, like hung around her waist. It looked like it. I don't think it was, but anyway. So and so you just keep on your way, guys. Like, if you need to take a few days, take a few days. Mercury at 29, I don't think it's an amazing time to get into, like, topics that are also triggering for others. Let's get honest. Because Aquarius 29, it can be triggering. We're talking about Uranus, and where people, we can really speak of ego with that as well. Yeah, this is the irony of, like, just because you're, like, a liberal, I'm hearing that as well, doesn't mean you don't have an ego. Okay, that's something we got to talk about. Definitely. Let's clear it. Let's clear it in the throat chakra. No. Like, people will, Aquarius, Uranus rules the desire to be progressive. This is in the higher form and vibration of Aquarius. Wanting to be, okay, and feeling guided. And again, I'm not ragging on no Aquarians. We're talking about the frequency. Everything is energy. So again, I'm looking at astrology from the vantage point, of it as energy. So there are each frequency, right, of each of the signs. They're each frequencies. They're not just like, I'm a sun sign Aquarius, like, I got the book, I got the mug, I got the pin, I got the hat, snapback, and like, I'm walking down, street representing just that very thing. It's like, that's exactly what we're talking about. It's like, we're not just also what we know. And some of you, let's clear, this is the Aquarius, the shadow of Aquarius. But it's even like abstractly so, where it's like a company who's asserting, right, very well said. Space Hippie Girl says they are archetypes, not identities to take on. We should never, like, latch on and hook on. I mean, which is honestly like politics, if we were to think of it like that. People who are like, oh, like, ironically enough, it's like why are we ever like defining ourselves by any single mantra, even like defining yourself as a liberal, even, or a Democrat, or however it is? Why are we doing that? Why not just be open-minded and like not have to associate with like any very particular, thing when it comes to this, especially when it comes to a thing like politics, which is, let's be honest, it's it's not at all what it is presented as, and I don't know, it's very silly. Personally, I find that's very silly. Okay, yeah, when you come across people who get just so invested in that and so wound up, and they are like even basing their own world around what they're looking at on the news, it's like, but it is what it is. Living life. I'm seeing a guy running in a light blue, baby blue top, long sleeve. So, it's kind of like a divisive energy. It's like, are we all going to war? It's like, why do we need to call ourselves this or that? Let's just be open to like how we're expressing ourselves. I'm hearing that. I don't know. Like, I'm not political. Okay, though. I mean, yeah, at all. I don't get involved in that. I don't even rule my world at all by who I see on the news. I don't watch TV. I don't watch the news, and I don't go near that because it's a whole little show, And it's just a way to get you all wound up. I don't know. This is maybe a very particular message for someone here on this card. But we talk about this a lot on the channel. You are the news. You make the news, and you are your story. So, yes. And so take it as you will. Like, it should be enough to say, like, if someone's even asking you, like, what your political, I'm hearing, devices are, I don't know. What? It's like, why are we even talking about that? It's like, so it's a huge distraction from who we are actually. Yeah. It takes away from your storyline as an empowered soul and being, right? Holding your space as a creator. Okay, otherwise you're like, let's look at what they've created. The little masquerade, the way that they're just puppeteering with their I'm hearing identity fraud. Oh yeah. Here on the masses. Yeah. So it's like, are you watching a telenovela for your life? Your life mission, or what's going, so the news is a huge drain, and it's a huge suction. Interesting. Spirit's like, yeah, we're gonna get like street talk on it because it's kind of like that. Okay, it's not serious and it's not worth your time. Okay, is what I'm, so just don't get wound up in that, don't get up all Hollywood, with who you are as well. Like, oh yeah, no, I believe in this, and I believe it's a huge waste. It's like, if it's not this, it's that. If it's not this conversation, it's just basically you're watching like a TV show. Just this is what it is. So, and interestingly, people who are so-called in power, they observe the power of knowing who the fuck you are, and you are not politics. Okay, yeah, they're very well versed, and they don't want this out. Obviously, they're the divisive energies of the reptilian forces, right? So, but they are also, let's clear the heart chakra. But they're also they are like dark angels. So, it's important to recognize that they're there, but not to fight them. Okay, and it's not your place and role to do that, but to observe them, to appreciate that they also serve as a meter for transmutation for you. Okay, and you don't have to and take them on and engage them, but you are to transmute what they present for you as actually a gift of your own, right? So it's either you see it or you transgress. I hear that. Okay. Now, for some of you, you stop watching TV for years, right? For some of you, that's very ironic because they're very much like, if you read about anyone who is really successful, like we're talking like really successful, like truly very much like in their power zone, they're entrepreneur, creator, they know about astrology, guys. They know about energy. They know about frequencies. They know about binaural beats. They know about all this stuff because it's very obvious. So the issue is when people like that, are in so-called power and they do not want to share with others. So in other words, sleeping sheep, it's like, that's the issue. Now there is the other side of people who are aware of such things, light workers, light bearers, light bringers, who hold the torches to help others realize these things. Yeah. So let's clear the energy. It's what you do with it. So there are like there are several categories, right? So the category, of those who are aware and they're manipulating it, right? Or they're using it for dark, nefarious, for dark forces. And then we have manipulation and dark energy conversations. And then there are those who are aware of it and are wanting to inspire others to also remember that, because that's your inborn, and there are those who are just thinking it's about politics. Okay, I'm sorry, but let's clear it. We gotta expose it. Yeah, we gotta expose it. So, yeah. And it's, yeah. So, no, it's no wonder, right? That, yeah, so let's clear it in ground. In the crown chakra. That's why I'm like, all these people. I mean, we were talking about this even with, like, so-called corona, you know? It's like, it's just they need a way to keep you engaged. It's like they're making the telenovela like more and more dramatic. It's like to keep you watching. The ad money though is your energy that is going towards their agenda. Okay, you have to ask yourself, what am I doing sitting here watching this shit on TV? What is it? Let's clear it in the crown chakra. Let's clear it all the way up into the crown chakra and back down through the third eye, down and up again several times. Let's clear. Oh, let's go back up through the crown chakra. I mean, I don't think most people here on this channel are watching, but this is a message for someone, you know, love and light. But you really, it's like having like, yeah, Cheez-Its for dinner, honestly. Spending any time, and maybe you're meeting people who are like on that whole train ride over to like, you know, Hollywood in just a minute with, you know, how they see the world. I hear that even like, let's clear the sacral on the root chakra. Of how they see each other as well, like they're judging you. It's like, I don't know. Maybe you know someone like this and you decided to like, yeah, because the frequency is not in alignment with you. You can tell when people are, yeah, they're obsessed with the news as well. Oh yeah, no, the reptilians are on their way out. They're on their way out. Andre says the reptilians are about to fall soon. Oh yeah. There's no going back, guys. The planet has absolutely ascended. We're on the train ride. They're pooping on their way out. Okay, this is what all, yeah. So there's no, yeah, don't be getting all wound up in that, you know, that how do we say, you know, the show, the advertisement. I'm hearing that, yeah, for their own demise. I mean, their own downfall. It's like, it's kind of, yeah, it's clear. Yeah, it needs clearing. We'll say it like that. Oh, totally, Harley, yeah. Yeah. It's kind of sad, you know, and we could say that's a shadow of Aquarius as well. I mean, yeah, Aquarius rules society. It rules, you know, observing, you know, the public in some way. And you can observe it in a way where you're, yeah, how do we say this? Like, I'm getting this message strongly from Spirit, like, just because someone is, like, a liberal, or just because, that doesn't mean that they're spiritually enlightened, okay? Like, for whatever reason, Spirit really wants to, like, emphasize this. Like, yeah, it doesn't mean that you're, yeah, there's a very different, like, meter, you know? Like, because it's a matter of the vibration. So, if you are operating a high frequency, I mean, honestly, being an extreme liberal can be toxic. Let's get, I mean, how many times have you, I've seen this. Doesn't mean that you're compassionate. Compassion is a whole nother conversation. We're talking on a vibrational level. Compassion, yeah, takes on a very, yeah, and that will be tested. It's like, are you just for the sake of, or are you like really operating from a space of compassion truly? Right? Yeah, like you'll see that, like the front stage persona and the backstage persona. So there's a lot of, and that is, politics itself is very showy. It's about show. I have to be honest here. I don't know who this is for, but you take it as you will. Yeah, and so it's gonna be very hard to like operate in both parties at once. I hear that as well. It's like, well, what if I'm like part of both? It's like, I mean, we're talking like, why do we need to have that whole conversation? Like, let's think about it. Why do we why do we have one or several people? Throat chakra, let's clear it. They don't want this out. Why do we have one or two or, yeah, several people feeling pressure in the heart chakra? So-called ruling and running the conversation. So let's take it back to you and just get back into your story and really, really think about what you want to do with your life, right? I'm hearing it like this is a very particular message. Maybe you're thinking about getting into politics. I don't know. Whatever it is, you know, yeah. So, because even, you guys, let's just say it, I mean, even movies, anything that's a huge, you know, kind of like, it's a distraction. And as a light worker, you're meant to go your own way. You really are. You're meant to be on your path and creating that path. It's not going to be something based on another system. I'm hearing that of belief. I'm hearing socio-political. I'm hearing news anchor, news agent. Maybe you're a news anchor, you know, however it is. And maybe this is draining you. It's like, I'm tired. Yeah, maybe, for example, yeah, so let's go. And there will be people who are like, well, why don't you, like, you know, just draw up, like, a plan. It's like, we can negotiate this. Not, oh, let's clear the throat. No, let's clear it. Let's backtrack on the ground. Some of you want to go your own way. I don't, obviously, this is being left in a general way because we're on the public channel. But, and I'm hearing Amy. Oh, wow. That is so funny. I didn't even see Amy that you were in the chat. Everyone's saying Amy now. So, it's funny. I was hearing it like 30 seconds ago. So I'm seeing a guy walking with green, and he's walking in a group. He's the only one wearing green, and he's with these other guys wearing gray suits and ties, and they just walked into this shop. Take it as you will. You're maybe like, I don't know, like, you got an idea here. You're partnering up with someone, but then you're realizing that you really want to go like your own way, and you're just not resonating with, like, let's clear. You're not resonating. I'm hearing slick. Yeah, let's clear it and ground in the throat chakra again. You don't have to negotiate. You know, it's like when they just don't have what you want at the store, it's like, well, we have something similar. We can kind of make it. It's like, no, I want what I want, you know? And I know what I'm here for. It's like, I know what I want to get out of this conversation. I'm hearing that as well. So there's no point in, like, trying to make, like, you know, amends. Let's clear the throat chakra again. Oh my god. Wow. Well, this is the Mercury at 29, yeah. Or 27, 28. About to move into Pisces. I'm hearing take that slice of pie, but don't intend to eat it. I'm hearing that. Oh, interesting. Let's clear it. It could be a metaphor, guys. Maybe you don't want to make a huge deal out of something, you know, but like keep it low key, low drama, you know. But oh, let's clear it in the sacral chakra. Some of you are about to step into a huge new beginning, like, but that relates to your abundance. And there's some kind of opportunity here that you know that maybe is not for you. Should you dismiss whatever this is? And again, I personally am not a huge fan of locking anything in at a later degree of a planet. So, especially given the karmic implication of Mercury in Aquarius, given what it's been through, it was in retro in Aquarius. For some of you, it's kind of like the minute you pass up this, and I'm seeing kids everywhere here. The minute you pass up this opportunity, it's like there's going to be another offer that comes through that just blows your socks off. But this is a general video. It's clear in the root chakra. For some of you, this is related to like a place you want to live at. I'm hearing like keep an open mind, like just kind of go with the flow. Maybe like don't make any huge rash decisions here at this time. When it comes to, yeah, I see you like looking at options here. I feel like Mercury in Pisces is going to be a very fresh slate when it comes to your, yeah, even your vibration. Like you're going to be in a new frame of mind. Like, again, like I said, like I really don't recommend like buying anything really big, signing any huge contracts during 29 degrees. That's like the snake is shedding its skin. Like, you know, don't put jewelry around his neck. I don't know what that's only to. Okay, but it's a very particular message. You know, you're going to have like a way better offer. I hear that as well come through, but you guys, like, I'm seeing a humongous school bus right then. You know, it's like, yeah, you don't know, like, necessarily, it's like you can't even really see it yet. And this is definitely part of the reptilian agenda. I'm hearing that. And especially, like, companies are on their way out, guys. Like, companies that are just, yeah, they're going to try to flex one more weekend with you and, like, try to get you to buy a whole bunch of stuff. I'm hearing that. But it's like, yeah, because they're going out of business. I'm hearing they're going out. So, yeah, take it as you will, guys. Just, it's still kind of karmic. Just keep floating on your way. Not committing to anything in particular. All right, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing purple here. Your guides are definitely watching you. They're sending you messages indirectly. Now, for some of you, this is with your family. I hear that. It's like you don't need to, like, kind of, like, go along for the ride. Like, maybe, like, everyone's like, yeah, like, you need to, like, be a part of our conversation. It's like you got to keep on your way. I hear that. I don't know what that's alluding to, but definitely if it's, yeah, before Mercury going to Pisces, if you're making a huge decision, I would wait until Mercury is about 3 to 5 degrees of Pisces. And then we'll really be on our way with that. Interesting. Athena says, feel like I'm walking in the unknown. Yeah. Yep. Yep. It's like a trust walk. We're definitely, yeah. So, and people are going to fight you. Like, they may try and, like, kind of get involved. I hear that with your decision-making process. I'm hearing a limp. I don't know, guys. Like, you're looking at something. I see it's an illusion. Like, I see a tire, like, about to go flat, you know? Someone is trying to sell you, though, like, on the tire, but there's another part of the conversation that you're aware of. It's like, okay, it's a great tire, but, like, I can tell it's not gonna hold. I hear that. I personally would not be buying a car around this time. Maybe it's a very particular message. Oh, I got you, Sage. That's okay. You know, this is at these times. At these times, it's getting very heated. You know, yeah, it's getting very heated. But for those who are also overly, like, attached to any particular dogma, you know, any dogma that is forceful, too forceful, is so, but the beauty, you know, guys, will be that once we, this car was flying, and then it came to, like, a sudden, like, stop right behind this other car. The beauty is that things will happen, and they will shift, and it will be natural, and you won't have to explain yourself, and especially as Mercury moves into Pisces. So we're riding up on a very exciting period, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Love and light. Keep clearing your aura. Keep grounding. Connect to what and who and the things that do inspire you, right, to keep striving and ascending. And yeah, try not to, again, I keep hearing from Spirit wanting to make this extra clear, make any major decisions during this time, the next few days, as we move into Mercury in a new sign. So I'm hearing mulling over, like, yeah, it may be helpful to really reflect, you know, maybe a wonderful time. Let's clear in the throat chakra. Let's backtrack around. Yeah, someone may not see it. I hear that they may not have what it takes. I hear that, and so yeah, just think about what you really want and make a decision when it feels right. Bye, guys. Love and light. And any other messages really quickly here as we clear it out. Yeah, somebody I feel a lot of people want to connect to you, but it's a matter of your vibration. What is right for you? Making the decision that's right for you. Okay. Thank you.